Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone Rise of Shadows, all cards have been revealed and it's theorycrafting season. In this video I'm going to take a look at Hunter. First I will briefly take a look at the new Hunter cards, then the neutral cards that Hunter is going to probably use in some form, and then I have 4 theorycrafted decks for you. This new Hunter set is a very mixed bag. In a way it makes sense, because Hunter has been the king of the hill in Rastakhan's Rumble, but on the other hand, with the rotation coming, Hunter's rules in Crackling Razormaw, Diamol, Deathrattle Rexa, would it be that good anyway afterwards? Most Hunter archetypes are going to simply die, but only like mid-range Hunter looking strong going into the new expansion. Still, Hunter is getting one of the weaker sets of cards, at least that's what it looks like to me. There's Hunting Party, copy all beasts in your hand, 5 mana, very low tempo. Hard to see how that's really going to work with Hunter. Then there's this is really strange. This Arcane Fletcher, Verisa Windrunner, this spell damage type of Hunter things. Arcane Fletcher, 4 mana 3/3, whenever you play 1 cost minion, draw a spell from your deck. So this kind of tries to make Halasi playable. Remember the legendary that fills your hand with 1/1 rush beasts, which is terrible. And when you put a terrible card together with another terrible card, you don't get a good card. You still get something terrible. You kind of would like to now use those in order to draw cards, but how do you find the Halasi in the first place? And then what do you do with all those drawn cards? Well, you would like to play maybe Verisa, and then you get some spell damage going, and then you maybe burn the opponent down. But with Hunter's card draw and tools, I think that's not going to work. So these slots are probably just wasted space. But anyway, then there's Rastakhan. Hunter is getting this Deathrattle Mech support, and that's actually a pretty solid package. Deathrattle Hunter has already been a great deck, but it's losing most of its cards. So it's getting a decent replacement set, so Deathrattle Mech Hunter, I can clearly see that could be a new thing, with Rastakhan, Oblivitron, 9 lives. So Rastakhan, 3 mana 3/3, Mech, Deathrattle, draw Mech from your deck. Pretty decent stuff. 9 lives, 3 mana spell, discover a friendly Deathrattle minion that died this game, also trigger its Deathrattle. Okay, potential value depending on what sort of Deathrattles you have had. And then there's Oblivitron, 6 mana 3/4 Mech. Deathrattle, summon a Mech from your hand and trigger its Deathrattle. So this sort of Deathrattle Mech theme going on here. That's all fine and good, but then there's this spell damage stuff. Rapid Fire, 1 mana, twin spell, deal 1 damage. Marked Shot, 4 mana, deal 4 damage to a minion, discover a spell. I don't really know about these. Hunter is anyway getting a new 1-drop, so that's one of the spots that mid-range Hunter was looking, okay, are we going to get something for that 1, now that the Diamol is going away. And it's getting Shimmerfly, 1 mana 1/1, beast, Deathrattle, add a random Hunter spell to your hand. Not great, but not too bad either. It's an okay card. And then finally there's Unleash the Beast. 6 mana, twin spell, summon a 5/5 Viren with Rush. And because Zul'jin is going to stay, this is a great card with Zul'jin. Is it great by itself? Well, Hunter doesn't really have card draw, so having 2 6 mana 5/5s with Rush in a single card is kind of okay for this class, I suppose. But all in all, not a very strong set. There's some support for spells, beasts, Mech, Deathrattles, and then this sort of spell damage, spell burn type of Hunter, but I really don't see that happening. As for the neutral cards Hunter might be interested in, Henchclan Hogsteed, 2 mana 2/1 beast. Rush, Deathrattle, summon a 1/1 Murloc. Very, very interesting 2-drop. Crackling Razormaw going out. There's a very potential 2-drop for mid-range Hunter. Henchclan Hag might be useful in some cases. 4 mana 3/3, Battlecry summon 2/1/1 amalgams with all minion types. And those minions they are beasts and they're mechs. So there might be some kind of synergy there with having beast mechs on the board. Then even though this is more of a paladin card, Sunriver Spy, 2 mana 2/3, Battlecry if you control secret, gain +1/+1, because you can never play this on curve as a Hunter unless you coin a secret on 1. There might be something to this card even in Hunter. Perhaps there's some way to fit it in Secret Hunter. I haven't figured that out completely yet. And then a Mech with a Deathrattle safeguard. 6 mana 4/5 Mech, Taunt, Deathrattle summon a 0/5 Bolt safe with Taunt. And with this Deathrattle Mechs being a team for Hunter, then that has some potential. Alright, so let's go check out the decks themselves. First of all, the Beast Midrange Hunter, the current king of the hill in Rastakhan's Rumble, and I think it has potential in Rise of Shadows as well. Shimmerfly comes in to take Daimos place as a 1-drop, then you can use Direwolf Alpha. It doesn't care that the Henchclan Hogsteed lives behind a Murloc, you can still buff it. Henchclan Hogsteed, of course, 2 mana Rusher. You still have the stuff with Scavenging Hyenas, Master's Calls, Unleashes, Dire Frenzies. With Deathstuck Rexa rotating out, the deck is probably interested in running Zul'jin, and if you run Zul'jin, then you might even be interested in doing something like double Dire Frenzy. So then you have Dire Frenzies, Master's Calls. You shuffle a bunch of big beasts into the deck, you draw a bunch of big beasts from the deck. Even a single tracking can fit in there, even though you lose some cards. And if you run Zul'jin, you're probably interested in running Unleash the Beast, just so that you could get those 5/5s. Whether it really goes that high, or whether it cuts the Unleash the Beasts and Zul'jin, difficult to say yet, but definitely still a potential deck. And the new stuff is the Mech Deathrattle. So here you can go with Spring Pause and Mecha-Roos, you have Fireworks decks, Spider Bomb gives you some removal, it can be activated with Fireworks deck. If you pick up some more Spider Bombs from 9 lives, then it triggers the Deathrattle immediately. Some ways to get some Mech tokens on the board, some stuff to magnetize onto them, some potential big Mechs on the board. So interesting things, and probably going to use Zul'jin in this one too. Just Animal Companion, 9 lives, Unleash the Beast. That's pretty much enough value for Zul'jin already. Looks very different from the Katrina Winterwisp Deathrattle hunters that we have been accustomed to, but there might be something with these mech synergies. I also tried to build a Secret Hunter. Secret Keeper is a thing, Sunriver Spy, Mask Contender, Subject 9, put in a bunch of secrets, Eaglehorn Bows, Unleash the Beast, Zul'jin again. Zul'jin giving you a Christmas tree of secrets, summoning some minions, deadly shotting some stuff, unleashing some 5/5 events. But I think this deck might be too reliant on actually drawing Zul'jin, because if it doesn't draw Zul'jin, then it's a little bit difficult to see how it closes out games. So maybe this one doesn't quite work. But if it doesn't quite work, then there's the option to try to improve it by going to hybrid direction. And then you could have something like this. So, like most hybrid hunters have had in Rastakhan's Rumble lately, so that just one copy of each secret, so that when you play Subject 9, you empty your deck of secrets. And after that you are not going to draw any more secrets, all the rest of the draws are going to be better. There's just a bit of a problem in that the secret package itself is weaker now. Venom Strike Trap rotated out, Wandering Monster rotated out. That left pretty big gaps in the secret package. So is that going to be enough? But this would have a bit more of a win condition because there's Dire Frenzies and Master's Calls and you get some beasts going. And this one still gives you the Christmas tree with Zul'jin. So the trend that I spotted when I tried to build these decks was that with Deathstuck Rexa, I just wanted to put Zul'jin into everything. Every time I thought about the deck, I thought, okay, well, if we add a couple of these spells into this, then Zul'jin is going to be good. That was just a recurring theme when I thought about Hunt the decks. Anyway, Hunter is losing quite a lot of that variety that it had. There were lots of Hunter archetypes that you could play in Rastakhan's Rumble, and those are really getting hurt by the rotation. But there's still a bunch of things that Hunter can do, especially the mid-range Hunter. I'm quite confident the mid-range Hunter is still going to be good. But I'm also really interested whether some of these other archetypes, like hybridization, whether that can overtake it and be even better. Probably not. There's at least some things that you can try. This is now the 6th class that I built decks for Rise of Shadows, so you can check out my YouTube channel for the other classes, and there's 3 more to come in the near future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.